I start, pwede ko bang tanungin kung may tagos ako? When I ask you that question, some of you, including women, might have recurring thoughts such as, "That's hilarious. She's shameless. Nakakahiya. Why would she let everyone know about her period, let alone ask such a question in a formal audience? Nakakahiya." You know, there's this one book that Sir Macale has recommended to me, which is The Real Story of Menstruation by Kate Clancy, which then explained that menstruation is a process of renewal, a sign of health, strength, and survival. Why then should it be shrouded in shame? Dahil malagkit, marumi, mabaho, dahil nakakahiya. Bilang isang batang babae na laki sa lolo't lola, expected na siguro na ako'y familiar sa mga kwentong probinsya. Kaya naman napaisip ako nung bata ako na bakit kaya iniiwan ng mga manananggal yung kalahating part ng kanilang katawan? Kasi sana, imbis na napkin ko yung may wings, ako na lang. Para anytime, pwede ko na lang iwan yung puson ko kahit saan. Dahil as women, we always carry the weight of worrying na baka tayo'y matagusan. Nako, nakakahiya. Bakit ka ba nahihiya? Because growing up, we've seen commercials portray menstruation going beyond just promoting their products, even if it means to promote stigma mentality about our flow. Maybe that is exactly the goal. This must remind us that the evolution of menstrual products isn't solely for our convenience. It is also for their own profit. The thinner the pad, the thicker the shame they sell. Ang tanong, sa dinami-rami ng remedyo at abubot, premium quality napkins, nakukuha ba ng kababaihan ang kalayaan na inaasam nila mula sa opresyong nakukuha nila mula sa kanilang paligid at mismo sa kanilang mga sarili? Imagine being part of the many young girls victimized by these commercials, with majority of them using confusing metaphors and that specific blue liquid to appropriately show how period works. Like we're some avatar, which of course we are not. And so, you went away because you were somehow convinced that your period is something to be kept unobvious. Something that everyone holds a knowledge, yet is so unspoken for. Since the majority of us are Filipinos, I love me a Filipina representation. Let's add a little bit of a twist. Around the world, menstruation is portrayed as a form of impurity, to be managed, a curse even, while we women are the witches. At some point in our lives, we were called names such as hysterical, needy, too emotional, when we were acting out during our periods. Let manananggal be a representation. Its split body mirrors how society has long sought to depart women from our real experiences. The manananggal represents us women, flying with our wings, with these wings being the various products that we use, while its abandoned half part represents our womanhood, our menstruation. We leave it behind us. From pads, you started using products that requires inserting, tampons or menstrual cups. But let's face it, no matter how hard we try to actually follow through the expectations for us to be respected, we all still get shamed. People will claim that, "Oh, I can tell that it's that time of the month, isn't it?" Instead of actually looking through the other possible reasons behind this displayed frown upon our faces. And if we admit to it, instead of smiling through it, we're now overreacting. It seems that womanhood is always taken away from us. It seems that almost all of our experiences are deemed as stories of lameness. We let the media make us shame ourselves with something worth honoring. Ngayon, sino ang totoong manananggal? It's not the mythical creature that we know of, but the thieves of womanhood. Tinanggal ng mga barbero ang mismong bida ng kwentong atin. Tayong kababaihan at ang madugong laban natin buwan-buwan. Because even if it does happen, it continues to be an overlooked pain that we women experience. Menstruation is not something that we should be treating so lowly. Unlike that specific brand, it's not something to whisper about. There are so many things about womanhood that is worth honoring. And certainly, our monthly blood bath battle doesn't deserve to be left behind. Imagine, we're bleeding 2 to 4 tablespoons a month, paired with all the emotional turmoils and stigmas. And yet, as a mother of all and our own, we heal ourselves. In Clancy's book, The Discussion of Witches and Healers talk about the association of women with witchcraft that was historically used to marginalize them and their roles in society. This stereotype, which depicted women as magical yet dangerous, served to exclude them from wage work and reinforce gender control. Exactly how the modern field of medicine, from being a female-dominated one to male-dominated one. In this time from the past, theologians expanded the biblical curse of Eve to include menstruation, portraying it as a polluting, a form of foul substance. Menstrual blood was even believed to have the potential to bewitch, deform, and kill. However, in pre-colonial Philippines, women were among the first and most prominent healers and leaders of their communities, their cycle being seen as sacred. Babaylan o manananggal. Kate Clancy's Period, her book, reminds us that menstruation is not a burden, but a testament to our bravery as women. A shared experience that binds us women together. The silent unity of women in regards of our period must be a source of our empowerment. Don't you think so? Reminding us the ways of Babaylan, the spiritual healers and leaders who stood as pillars of their own communities. Women were called Babaylan for a reason. Dahil ang mismong existence natin ay both purposeful and sacred. We found empowerment in the vulnerability of a healer, of a woman. We were so ahead of our time back then. Yes, women in the past were demonized for their raw, unfiltered experiences. Yet like them, we must let ourselves persist and thrive. As I turn the pages of us as we reclaim our stories, may we remind ourselves that the stories of women have always been stories of rebirth and strength. Every cycle, every scar, and every blood we shed, we move forward. That is proof that we are unbroken. Just like the Babaylans were once silenced, we now speak. Remember, in the past they never killed witches. They killed women with knowledge, with stories to tell. We carry with us the power of those who came before us and the responsibility to shape the future of menstruation. Let us women persist. Let us remind the world that our experiences aren't myths. We are the ones writing our story. For us to live long enough not to whisper, but to tell them loudly and proudly. Against the true manananggal, those who created fear and control, those who stole our voices, ngayon we stand tall as the mananambals. I mean, isn't it striking that mananambals are recognized by history, but somehow manananggals remain a fiction? Even the pages of the past knew better, knew that women were never to be demonized but honored as we deserve. Hindi ito kwentong Barbero. Dahil bilang kababaihan, kwentong atin ito.